Hey guys, Andrew from CheepJokes here. I'm here at LEGOland Discovery Centre at Chadstone. We're going to be chatting to some of the Australian LEGO Masters contestants about their experience while filming the show. Can you remember the 3 Brickman rules that he said in pretty much every episode?
Of course, he repeated them so many times. You have technique,
technical skill, technical
technical ability,
Story.
story,
He loves his stories.
story.
the story.
Story. I forgot the other two.
There was something else, wasn't there?
And can't remember the third one.
And what was the other one?
And the
Kale scale.
Ooh, colors?
Pretty, yeah.
Aesthetics.
Aesthetics?
I'm even doing that with dinner now. It's like technique, aesthetic, story.
The aesthetic and technique is great, but the story of this lasagna is lacking.
Were there any element limitations for you guys? Now, you had 2.5 million bricks, but not every brick.
I want to take this because the #1 problem for us, especially in the first build, was
There were a whole lot of right wings in that pit.
We had only right side wings.
Only had right-handed wings.
Yeah.
only left wings.
No left wings.
Why do they only have one angle of kind of triangle plates and not the other?
And having only left wings when you're building little spaceships and stuff like that is the most frustrating thing.
First build really was just about figuring out what we had to work with.
what Brickpit had, it was amazing. There were so many bricks. There were
2.5 million bricks in that brick pit, but that's not quite the same as a wide variety.
I personally felt like I was spoilt for choice.
every variation, every size, every color.
It was amazing to even just be in that room.
She was happy they had sand green bricks, so that was it.
They had no corner slopes.
Sand green.
So we had heaps of slopes, but none of those corner slopes.
There's a lot of sand green.
Sand green and burnt orange.
It's all about rounding things off.
Do we have brick pieces? The mortar, what are they called?
Yes, we had heaps of them. I used them literally all the time.
It made us have to get creative and make other things.
Big element of the competition was adapt and overcome. Use what you've got.
I miss the brick pits so much.
And the amount of bricks, overwhelming or advantage?
A little overwhelming.
Advantage.
It was a little overwhelming.
An advantage.
Definitely overwhelming at the start.
Took a little while to kind of figure out where everything was.
Oh my God, where do I even start?
Try to find one piece, and it's literally the piece that you can't find.
I think the first time I ran into the brick pit, I just grabbed one of everything.
The smallest build you see on screen is probably in the order of 50,000 bricks.
I'll have one of those and wheels and great.
Like the bridge we built.
There's like 8 teams.
There's a reason we didn't go for technique, because the technique was all used up.
We build with what we can.
So we're constantly running out of bricks.
Being in a space like that, it really opens up opportunities to build things that we would never have thought we could build.
It's more of trying to find the right piece for you. That was frustrating.
Yeah, that was a bit hard.
Do you have any go-to pieces?
All the 2x4s you could ever want.
Snots.
Snot pieces.
I use snots a lot.
There were certain things that were in absolute abundance.
I love tiles. I'm all about tiles.
Clips. I love clips.
I don't know if it's a go-to brick, but definitely our go-to colour is lime green.
Any modified brick.
We managed to put so much lime green in all of our builds.
Was there many new techniques that you learnt for the show?
How to make a snot ball.
The snot ball.
There were things that both of us never knew about before the show.
How I made the paint can.
And I think it was the pressure that got us to learn those things.
I think I learned a lot of building fast techniques and tricks that you can use.
What was your practice routine throughout the series?
There was a lot of Googling.
A lot of Googling.
Build.
Every time we would go home, we would build for like another 2-3 hours at least. And
After each build, we'd go home and I would practice kind of technique,
I built from a pile where Dinushi categorized them and built it. So
figuring out how to slow things down, how to speed gears up.
Listening to each other.
Unfortunately for The Exorcist, I slowed that head down way too much.
Practicing the intricate kind of detailing things. The NPU turn was used quite a lot.
Miller was always there, like making sure I could progress myself as much as possible because he's got a bit of skill on me. So
How's your back, Miller? From carrying Geordie?
Oh, look.
I was chatting to the judge, Matthew Ashton from the UK version.
Yeah.
They had OCD people applying for jobs with them to sort the bricks for their show.
Look, I think I can speak on this one because I was the messiest.
I felt really bad because we always left such a mess on all the tables.
I make an absolute mess and nothing changed for the show.
Dinushi wanted to go back of the warehouse and try to help them sort it out.
I've got to take responsibility for my actions.
No, I made such a mess and I felt guilty every single time, and they would not let us help clean up.
For a change, we have someone cleaning up after us and sorting the bricks for us. Just tip it on the floor.
If any of those OCD people want to call me and help me sort my bricks,
Our kitchen table is actually covered in Lego as we speak, and there's no one to put it away.
Frostbricks, Kale, currently hiring OCD cleaners.
Big props to the Brick Monkeys. Thank you so much for doing all that cleaning up.
Did you sneak anything into any of your builds that went unnoticed on camera?
The swimming pool leak.
I would have loved to see our little alien in that final build.
On the side of the swimming pool, there was a construction work going on.
There was an alien in his little home,
One of the builders have made a hole in the swimming pool and it was leaking.
and he's just like outside going, "Oh my god, there's a space fight all around me."
Oh, and my mad scientist.
Was dogs playing poker
Yeah, dogs
in
playing
one of the
poker.
buildings?
In the apartment build, I think our whole right-hand side didn't make cut in the show.
I personally seeded Jimmy and Maddy into our apartment build.
They started to put us in their build.
The castle, I think, also has a Jimmy and Maddy.
Kale and Billsy used some of our Jeff Bridges as their cavemen.
And none of that made it to air.
In one of our earlier builds, we were really struggling with inspiration, and so Hamish actually came over and helped us.
We actually had this little guy in the very first build with Jim Thulu.
He actually gave us a lot of emotional support in just a little minifigure scale seagull.
There was this, everyone's running away except for this one little dude who's reading a newspaper.
He put on the seagull of inspiration, and it really did inspire us. And so in every build from then forth, always a seagull of inspiration to honour that memory.
And that guy made it into the cut in half as well. He's up the front and he's in the haunted house as well.
That length of time to build something means you are seeding it with just so much. And then they show it like this on screen. So a lot of stuff gets lost, a lot of little details, a lot of little kind of story stuff.
He's a bit of a Where's Wally.
How did it compare building in front of a camera as opposed to your own quiet lounge room, no one watching you?
For me, building is very therapeutic. I love building Lego. It's a stress release.
Normally, building with Lego is much more relaxing, calm thing, which I do to take away from stress.
They took that element out.
This is completely the opposite. Like, you are under stress from the very first go.
Building under that time, pressure that I guess I'd never done before.
It was a lot of pressure.
As soon as the clock start counting down, you are under pressure and you try to build it.
Very intimidating to start with.
I remember in that first elimination round, Miller and I were so gutted the entire time because we were looking around at all of these amazing builds done by some of the most amazing Lego builders in the country.
The competition was just so friendly and supportive.
And seeing that was really intimidating.
I felt like everyone had our backs. Like we were in the Brickpit and people were going, "Oh, why don't you try this instead of that?"
Did you find any limitations not being able to use licensed characters?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sure.
First thing that came to our mind was Star Wars.
We ran from the line to our table, we looked each other in the eye, trench run.
It's in the movie build. Why didn't we do the Lego movie? Why didn't we do Star Wars?
Film one, when the minute we got the brief, how excited were we?
Absolutely one of the constraints that was put around everything we build.
We got a massive list of all the Lego licensed stuff. So Indiana Jones you couldn't do, Batman, Star Wars.
In the end, there's more creativity.
We did a family-friendly film instead, The Exorcist.
So you've been famous for 3 weeks now. What's the coolest thing that's happened?
It's currently a tie.
Just getting recognised in the street.
Either the fan art, like literal drawn fan art,
Getting recognised on the street is pretty cool.
or I went to see a movie last week. I woke up the next day to find out that people who had sat behind me had tagged me in their Instagram stories talking about how cool it was to have sat behind Frostbricks.
Some kids, they come up to us shaking sort of thing, Star Trek.
I've had like little girls come up to me in the shopping centre and she wanted to give me a picture, but then she didn't have it on her.
Little kids and their parents will come up to me, and the kids are being shy, going, "Oh, can I get a picture with you?"
I was in Boost Juice and the lady at Boost Juice was like, hang on a second. She was like, oh, are you on Lego Masters? I'm like, actually, I am, yeah.
There's a bit in one of the episodes where we had to wait, and I just mentioned I'm a 36-year-old guy with ADHD and I have to sit here for an hour. The parents of those children have come forward and gone, my kid was watching that episode, he was like, I've got ADHD, oh my god, there's a Lego Master contestant that has the same thing as me.
If you see us, come up to us, talk to us anytime, grab a photo or whatever.
We just watched the finale with all the Melbourne contestants. You guys were sharing some things that happened behind the scenes that wasn't shown on camera to everyone who was in the room. What's something that you'd like to share that people didn't actually get to see?
He was the bossy one.
We actually had the food truck in one of the episodes that didn't make the cut.
We made Jim Thulu, and he had a bit of like a six-pack and abs.
We actually rolled in with the food truck.
We were really like concerned as to whether to put nipples on him or not.
Yes, we were serving the crew and the contestant food.
And then Brickman came over and was like, Lego has a very solid stance on nipples. We're not going to tell you what it is. You have to make the choice.
We did go no nipples in the end, and it was the right choice.
Decision.
In this show, we all share a passion for Lego.
We all became friends on set. We were out for dinner every night. We'd play ping pong. We'd go for drinks.
We've strengthened our own friendship, but we've made amazing friends for the rest of our lives.
No,
Season 2 applications have just opened. Tips for the second season applicants?
Just do it.
Go for it. It's so much fun.
apply. Yeah, just apply.
Don't make my mistake. It's not a Lego competition. It's a reality TV show with Lego elements.
Even if you don't think you can, just apply.
Just apply.
Start practicing.
It's practice, effort, and hard work.
We were super lucky. This is the first season. I think all of those bedroom Lego masters are like, okay, cool, now I've seen what it's like. I'm going to give it a go.
Why? Like, don't think you're not good enough. Apply, see where it takes you. You never know.
Enjoy the journey from now.
So much.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you so much. It's lovely meeting you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you talking.